Hello all, Stacy the Blackfeather Intuitive, and welcome to Divinely Decked Tarot and Oracle Reviews done Stacy style. And today I am really excited to be showing you one of the 21 decks that I got in an eBay lot box purchase. And today we are exploring the Tarot of Spells and Potions. And this is by the Dark Sinevere. And I'm really excited about this one. It comes in a tuck box here. And I was trying to read it's beautifully scripted. There's a beautiful message on the back. Honestly, I'm having a hard time reading it, so I'm not even going to bother to try and attempt to read it here with you guys because it'll just be painful. But it does have a really cool quote from Hermes Trismegistus. I'm not saying it properly. Trismegistus, whatever it is. Connected with Thoth, tomato, and all the Hermetic teachings. So that's really cool. So it's a cigarette box, a tuck box. We have here a Spells and Potions book, Divinatory Instruction Manual for Tarot of Spells and Potions. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Trismegistus. Sorry, Hermes Trismegistus. So it looks like it's black and white, short messages for each of the tarot cards. And then it looks like it's got chaos strategy. And it is it looks like it's in Russian as the second half of the book. And just a little blurb about Dark Sinevere. So very interesting. So of course this is a used deck, and let's just check this out. I'm looking at the back of the deck. First of all, it's the same size as I want to say sort of a standard tarot. It definitely feels like it's it actually feels like it's a thinner cardstock than US Games. So not the best quality, lots of flexibility there. I wouldn't say that it is actually reversible, but because there's so much busyness on the front of the card back, you can absolutely reverse it if you don't look too closely. If reversing is your jam, it is not gilded. And let's take a look. Oh, loving this already. It's fresh. It's modern. Loving the colors. I love her face. She's smiling. She's the fool. She's got tattoos. What's interesting is she's holding maybe it's like a sledgehammer, rather than carrying a satchel with her. She's carrying kind of a sledgehammer, and it makes me feel like she's going to join this new direction, and she's just going to kind of move through whatever it is she needs to move through. She looks very confident. She looks fun. And it's interesting, the journey that she's taking, I feel, is like a city journey. So it's not a journey of nature. It's a journey that is like practical and in the now. So I think that's really cool. I love the moon. Often we see the fool depicted in the daylight, in the sunlight. I like that she's depicted in the moon. And of course, she's got this really cute witch hat. The magician. Interesting that the magician has her eyes closed. She's in bed. So I feel like the work that she's doing is in dream state or in meditation state. She definitely has all of the elements around her, all the things that she needs to do what she needs to do. It's just an interesting take on the fact that she does it while she's sleeping. The high priestess. Okay, so there. First of all, I'm seeing that there is a spelling error here. Being a Virgo, that does kind of drive me crazy. So I'll do my best to not pay attention to that. Maybe I can get a little marker to match the color and be able to just kind of knock that out. But what I love about the high priestess here is they are showing two buildings, two separate buildings, which is indicating the pillars. We have the pomegranates that are in the sky. What's interesting is she looks distressed. She does not look like she's at peace with what she's receiving. She actually looks like maybe she doesn't understand what is transpiring, what it is that she's receiving. I might say she's like a young witch in this depiction. That's not how I see the high priestess at all. So that's kind of an interesting take on things. Maybe when I'm using this card deck and this card comes up, it's pointing me in the direction of where I might not be listening to my intuition, or where I might not be reading, trusting what I'm receiving, reading, being the oracle. Maybe I'm getting in my own way around the messaging with that. This also can be read as secrets, secrets that have yet to be revealed. And she could have some of that as well, because she just looks distressed. The Empress. So she's fun. She's very relaxed. She's got all of her needs met. She's playing a game here. She's got her iPad with her, or laptop. She's got her tarot cards all over the desk. She's got her feet up on the desk. It's funny. She's, playing with some kind of pencil or whatever on her lip. She is just in the throes of life is grand. Everything is awesome. I think that's really fun. The Emperor. Here we have the Emperor, and I love that she's being depicted as someone who is scientific, sciencey. She's reading, she's intellectual. She is putting some experiments into place. She's not making decisions lightly. She's doing the research to understand what the best way to act and move forward is going to be. I think that's really cool. The Hierophant. Interesting. So here we have, it feels like a mother and daughter, or an older sister and a younger sister. It looks like the younger one is playing a video game. She's got some kind of controller in her hand. She's focused on something else. She's licking her lips. So she's really intent on something. And I feel like there's nothing but love here. So interesting, because the Hierophant is usually about limiting beliefs, structure, ritual. I feel like this is a ritual between a mom and a daughter, or two sisters, two siblings that are connecting. There's love here. There's a lot of love here. And there is stability and support within this dynamic. No matter what else is going on outside, there is the stability within. The Lover's card. Oh, and so again, we have this depiction of siblings, and the older sibling is doing the younger sibling's hair. And so I feel like they are reflections for one another. There is a mirror, and the younger one is looking in the mirror, watching what the older sister is doing, learning from the older sister. And that really is, in a nutshell, what the Lover's card is about. Yes, it's choice, but it's also reflection. How do I see myself through your eyes? How do you see me through your eyes? And where do I fall in line in the middle of all that? And on the outside, of course, we have the angel that is overlooking all of it, and perhaps has inspired this moment of reflection and togetherness. Here we have the Chariot. Oh, and I love that we have two different doggies. We're going sledding, and it's a kind of a winter wonderland feeling here. Definitely feeling joyful, feeling victorious, feeling that movement energy from one place to another. They are leaving the confines of their castle, their community, and they are venturing out, and it's a joyous experience to behold. Strength. So another spelling error here with the Strength card. Not particularly happy with that either. Oh, that's a disappointment, because I'm really loving this deck. Maybe I'll reach out to the creator and see if there's a way to maybe replace those cards or something. So here we have the Strength card, and instead of the lion, we have the kitty cat and the dog. Actually, no, two dogs. I'm sorry, two dogs laying on the bed. She's in her happy place. She's feeling safe. She's feeling secure. She's got her protectors with her. All is well. So I feel that this is a very balanced Strength card. Someone who has things all together. Someone who is confident in what it is that they are doing and how they're leading their life. The Hermit, very cool with the Hermit card. Wow, there's a lot going on here, symbolizing that they don't need to go out and about in the world. They've got literally everything they need. They've got vines, so they've got nature coming out here. They have the sun and the moon. There's a teapot here and a teacup. There's a crystal ball. There's candles. There's books. There's extra shelving here. There's decoration, beauty. In amongst all of this, she's got potions, she's got a butterfly, there's just everything, a kite. She's got it all here, and she's working her magic. She's doing her own little rituals, and she's really tuning into herself. I also like the little the record player here, which I think is cool. The Wheel of Fortune. So here she's connecting with the Sphinx of the Wheel of Fortune, looking the Sphinx in the eye. Interesting that the Sphinx's eyes are closed. But I definitely feel like she's connecting with the winds of change. And in fact, she's inviting it. She's invoking the change. I think that's really cool, especially with all the sort of the witch theme. They're all wearing witch hats. Justice. She's winking. She's like, yeah, I got you. I know what needs to happen. I know what the formula is. I know what needs to go down here. I know how I'm going to rule. I know what's going to bring about balance. I know what the truth is. So I want to say that's a justice card that gives me a lot of confidence. The Hanged Man. So a child playing, hanging from the broom makes me think a little bit of Harry Potter, learning how to do all sorts of tricks on the broom. What's interesting here is we have an octopus that doesn't feel too happy at all, very frustrated with this child who's playing. Maybe the octopus has things to do, people to see, places to go, holding the potions in all of their tentacles. And the child just isn't cooperating. Well, isn't that exactly how it feels when we're in a hanged one experience, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, feeling like nothing is coming, nothing is changing. No matter what I do, I always end up in the same space. So I would say the octopus is getting frustrated, but the child's picking up on exactly what needs to happen when you're in this space, which is to just chill, to have fun, to play, to catch up on the things in life that you don't get around to doing because of all the other busy work. Because eventually this too will pass. And maybe the potions and the things aren't as important right now, or maybe what you're going to create, it's too soon or it's not the right time. So play a little bit, enjoy. The Death card, very cool here. So we have another child wearing a beautiful witch's hat. She's got her tarot cards everywhere. She's being pretty messy about everything. There's a lot of stuff and things, and the potions spilled over and all the rest of it. And Death card is coming in to say, okay, we can't make anything out of this mess. Time to start from scratch. Time for something new and something different. Here we have the Temperance card, and this is interesting. There are two individuals. It's like they're having a wonderful afternoon together. They're both reading their books in silence with one another. There's a lot of balance, a lot of support, indicating that there doesn't always have to be a lot of action and to do and things happening all the time in order to be able to enjoy one another's company. There's a peace to temperance, especially. That's the reason why it comes after the Death card, because you need a little bit of break. You need a little bit of tenderness. The Devil. Interesting. So the Devil doesn't have a face. The Devil just has the pentagram sign. And you have these two children that are, I want to say, being a bit nefarious. They're creating things that maybe are on the darker end of things, playing with things that are bigger than them, playing with things that they don't fully understand, using and misusing. I'm seeing all the grapes and things, like taking too much, not, wasting things, using things and not using things. That makes a lot of sense with the Devil card. Here's the Tower. Oh, this is a very interesting exploration of the Tower. So we are seeing some flame that is coming out of it. Looks like a big Barbie house, but it's almost like she's watching it like she asked for it. There are two individuals hanging out of the Barbie house, and she's looking at it all observing, but also kind of choosing to be happy about it, choosing to say, you know what, I've kind of outgrown this anyway. So let's move on to something else. She's got bigger dreams, more expansive dreams up here. This is where she really wants to be, but this has to go in order for her to be able to embrace the rest of it. So almost like a coming of age that they're showing here. The Star card. Love this. Loving the colors, loving the flow. It's definitely, you know, all of these cards are bordered kind of in a more traditional style. And she's standing on a tree stump. She's got a flute or a cup, a fluted cup, I should say, in her hand. There's a lot of movement and flow, and I want to say water and smoke and air coming through. The star is at the top. She's not really focusing on the star. She's focusing on the potion. So I feel like she is in an imaginary space right now, imagining what can be. The Moon card. Oh, loving her. She's hanging out in the moon with her coffee, got her eyes closed, just taking in the scenery. Loving this because it really brings out that intuitive component to the moon rather than the secretive, the mysterious, the dun dun dun, the things aren't all that they seem. It's more of the, you know, I can be quiet, I can be chill, I can be introverted at this time. I'm still doing work. I'm just doing work in a different way at a different level. The Sun, she's wide open. You know, her eyes are wide open. Her hair is big. Again, lots of busyness. She's kind of looking at this potion. She's just waiting for it to finish. She's looking out the window. The sun is shining. She's got beautiful flowers all around her. The crystals are here. She just looks really content. I like that she's sitting on a hobby horse. So she just looks really content. You know, life is good. She's having a great day. Judgment. Aw, so this is one, you know, like the mom angel comforting the teenage angel or the young girl angel, saying it's all right. This is normal. This is what happens. Yeah, there's a storm outside. We have a big tornado coming, but you and I, we've got this. We've got each other. We've got this covered. Everything's going to be okay. So judgment is usually like a decision, a choice to come to life. This feels very comforting, that sometimes we can make that choice, but it's a rough coming of age, right? It's a rough choice to come back from the dead, so to speak. And so this card is bringing a lot of comfort to that choice. The World. Oh, I love this. This little girl, she's casting some spells. She's saying, okay, I've learned a bunch of stuff, and now it's time to actually apply what it is that I've learned. I love all of the, you know, the symbology, the symbolism that is in the World card is all reflected here. We also have water. We've got the water watering the vines, the flowers. She's got the wind coming out of her wand. We have the eagle. We have the lion. We have the ram. Like there's just, or the griffin, whatever it is. We just have it all here. It's fantastic. I'm really liking this imagery. Ace of Wands. Oh, she's so fun. She's just fun and fancy free, letting all the things go. And it looks like she's climbing the wand. She's not holding it. She's climbing the wand. And I love the rocket ship and the alien that shows up in this as well. So beaten to the tune of your own drum. You know, the sky is no longer the limit. You know, we're breaking through the sky. What's beyond the sky? Two of Wands. Beautiful, needing to make a difference. She makes me think of Raggedy Ann, a doll that was big way many years ago. That the eyes and that face looks like that. So she's inviting you to make a choice, make a decision. I like the cat on top. He's holding on to the flames. Three of Wands. This is a card of expansion. I like that there's a book, you know, a spell book that she's working on. Four of Wands. So kind of a graduation, setting a new foundation, establishing a foundation for something new. Five of Wands. Interesting that she's taken a break sitting on her car, out and about in the world. Learning some things. She's definitely learning some things. She's training, she's studying. She's choosing to do it in a different environment rather than doing it at her home. She's doing it out and about in the world, and that seems to open up her learning ability, her learning capacity. 6 of Wands. Aww. Loving the kitty cat is the victory. Being at home is the victory. I feel that way a lot of times when I come home to my fur babies. I'm like, oh, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. I'm glad I went out and I had fun, but I'm so glad to be home. 7 of Wands. So this is typically a card of defense. This feels very much like her thoughts are running away with her. You know, she's got all of these, you know, like there's a weird looking cat. There's a weird eyeball going on here. She's got a concoction of things that looks like it didn't kind of work out very well. You know, there's just a lot going on for her. So I feel like she's a bit confused. 8 of Wands. Definitely feeling here with this 8 of Wands, it's usually like a swift release, a letting go. This here feels like she's having trouble letting go. She's being forced to let go. She does not look happy about what she's having to release, but it also feels like it's important, especially because all of this stuff looks gray. It's old, it's dirty, it's dusty. It's not working for her anymore. 9 of Wands, very, very cool. She's harnessing her energy. She's choosing to not clutch onto control and power. She's choosing to meditate instead. I like that. 10 of Wands. Interesting. So this is rewards and the burdens that go with it. She's got like this. Oh, I was going to say something else. Okay, so her mouth is wide open. She's like la 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 la. She's singing. She's got her little teddy bear with her, that security blanket. She's a ballerina. She's balancing on all of these wands, but she's not really paying a whole lot of attention. So it definitely feels like there's a lot of chaos that needs to come into form here. Page of Wands. I like that she's looking right at us. You know, there's a clear connection, making connection with the reader, making connection with you, and showing you, hey, there's so much more that we can concoct together. Let's take that energy of creation. Let's not be so rigid. Knight of Wands. A beautiful journey with an elephant. Aw, and the elephant is loving up on the kitty cat. Loving that. That is that Knight of Wands energy too, just really feeling connection and support and love of life, and embracing that energy. So that feels really good. I like that it's a little elephant. Queen of Wands. So she's very independent. She does have her kitty cat with her. And man, oh man, is she ever cooking a bunch of stuff up. King of Wands. Oh, interesting. Yeah, she's flying inverted almost, or like she's flying away. The kitty cat's like hanging on, saying, wait a second. So King of Wands, it's like turning everything a bit upside down, but feeling confident about it. Ace of Cups. She looks a little concerned. Yeah, she looks concerned. Maybe not so excited about the initiation into a new journey. 2 of Cups. Oh, they're having so much fun. They're putting makeup and paint, face paint on themselves. Just having a great time. I like that. 3 of Cups. Oh, so she's with her 2 little kitty cats. She's creating. It's like the best night in. 4 of Cups. Wow, yeah. So she's in the process of writing something and nothing's coming. She's trying to force inspiration. And anytime you force inspiration, it is never a fun experience at all. So it'd be better for her to just like stop the activity and go do something else for a little while. 5 of Cups, that card of grief. Yeah, she's at home. She's looking outside at what no longer is, or what she wishes it could be. 6 of Cups. Oh, that's so sweet. It's like a birthday party. They're happy to see each other. They haven't seen each other in a really long time. 7 of Cups energy. We see the back of her making different choices. Eight of Cups. Interesting. This is a letting go and a walking away. She's sitting. I thought maybe she was sitting in like a train car, but she's sitting in a kind of a like a bricked room with all of these things around her. It's almost like she's looking at everything and she just doesn't want to let anything go. The kitty cat is sleeping on the bench beside her. I don't know, it'll take me a minute to kind of meditate on this to figure out what the message really is on that, because the Eight of Cups is about letting go, walking away, doing a deep dive, leaving the past in a really big way. You know, it is the Eclipse card. So I'm not sure what that picture is sort of leaning into with that. Nine of Cups. So wish is fulfilled. Yeah, she's sitting with her legs crossed. She's happy as a clam in her environment, reading her book. 10 of Cups, evaluation of everything that she's got. This is the ideal outcome. She's got everything that she could possibly need. Page of Cups, that creativity. She's got the fish in the cup. It's interesting. She's all dressed in like fall fair or winter fair. You don't often see that. Queen of Cups. Oh, Page of Cups. They must be a little bit out of order. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Let's do the Knight of Cups first. See, here we have Knight of Cups. Hugging the fox. Beautiful. Queen of Cups. Really hanging on to her cup energy. Looking a bit despondent. Looking like she's doing a bit of a deep dive. So she's in the process. King of Cups also doesn't look particularly happy. One cup has broken. They've got the other cup in their hand. So choosing, shifting their energy, shifting their feelings and emotions at the time. Ace of Swords. So that new thought, that inspired thought that's coming up. I like that her hair is green. Two of Swords. You know, that making of a decision, having to do that with your intuition. I like that she's jumping in the air. So it's kind of like she's letting life make the choice. Three of Swords. Heartbreak. She's feels like she's receiving the message that she didn't want. And I'm glad that she's laying down for it, because it feels like she can receive it better in that way. Four of Swords, that rest. Yes, absolutely. When you've got your legs up against the wall, your kitty cat is purring profusely on your belly. There's nothing better. A great way to relax. Five of Swords. So yeah, there's just so much busy on this card. There's a lot that she's trying to gather everything, but she doesn't have enough arms. And she's getting worried about it rather than just saying, okay, what is it that I really need? Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores, support and grace. She does have a certain elegance and a certain grace to what it is that she's doing here. She knows how to work those swords. Seven of Swords. This is that card of integrity. It's also a card of strategy. I'm feeling more of a strategic energy here. Eight of Swords, entrapment. And on the other side of it is liberation. These all look like apples to me. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but if you've like sliced into the apple, like how many apples can you really eat in a day? Nine of Swords. Yeah, she's crying, tears, anxiety. All of her stuff is kind of falling all around her. 10 of Swords. And definitely creating something new. Doesn't look like death though. There's really not a whole lot of like death and rebirth or ruin here. It's more that she's, I want to say, being intentional about creating something new for herself. Page of Swords. Lots of curiosity with a Page of Swords energy. Knight of Swords. Oh, she's on a little merry-go-round. That's kind of interesting. Playful. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Yeah, lots of confidence in these. Ace of Pentacles. I like that it's like a little one and then the big hand, almost like placing things in a dollhouse. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. They're all working together. They're trying to, suss out the secret. Four of Pentacles. It's like she's listening to the coin. She's like shaking it, trying to listen for, money only gets you so far, right? Can only give you so much. It can't make you feel anything. Five of Pentacles. Spending it can make you feel all sorts of things, but money itself doesn't really make you feel anything. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Oh yeah, she's rock climbing. Yeah, lots of detail in that. You got to be very present. Nine of Pentacles. Lots of gratitude there. Yeah, she's visiting Paris. How fun. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, does not look happy at all. Frowning. I can't tell if they're frowning because they don't like the dress that's been offered. That's kind of what it looks like. Like, here's the new dress. And they're like, no, I don't want to wear that. I want to wear my clothes that no longer fit me. I want to stay just where I'm at. That's really interesting. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. That's pretty. Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Oh, and we do have some extra cards. Strategy. And chaos. We all need the chaos. We don't like the chaos when it happens, but it is a necessary part of the transformational process. So in true Stacey style, let's shuffle up this deck and see how this deck wants to work with us. Interesting. And we got the Height Priestess. The High Priestess. So I definitely feel like it's interesting that this was the card that came out, because this is the one that I'm, trying to figure out still and make sense of, because the High Priestess is usually very much confident in her space. She's the oracle. She receives and just spits out whatever it is she receives. This depiction here, I feel, is going to help you address where you're feeling stuck in your own psychic abilities. Where you might be feeling nervous about giving over to spirit energy, right? Like the oracle, the channeler delivers the message and the information without prejudice, without interference, without changing the message up. They just deliver it exactly as they receive it. No harm, no foul. And I feel like, again, maybe when you're working with this deck, it's going to encourage you to get more in touch with your spidey senses, to trust your spidey senses, and to trust that you do have the ability to channel, to receive guidance and information. You don't need to be afraid. You also, this might be like you're longing for the stars. You're like a starseed kind of energy. You're longing to be home up in the stars rather than in this, cityscape. It could be that as well. But no matter where you are, there you are. So go into a meditative space and just receive. Notice what you notice. Write it down or speak it out and allow that to flow. I feel like this deck is going to help you to really be able to trust your guidance and your intuition. All right, that is our tarot of spells and potions, and it was great to connect with you guys in this. As always, until I see you for another edition of Black Feather Couture Divining a VIP Life, sending you so much love and support. We will see you on the flip side, and transform well. That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was great to connect with you guys. Please like, subscribe, and comment for more content like this. And feel free to follow me on Blue Sky for even more content every single day. Can't wait to see you guys next week for another installment of Black Feather Couture Divining the VIP Life.